What's going on, guys? Let me start this video with a question. Are you a huge sports fan and do you like going to sports games? Well, today you're in luck because I have a promo code for SeatGeek, which is a ticket sharing app that rates each ticket deal you might come across on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being the worst and 10 being the best. Scores more towards 0 show up in red, while scores more towards 10 show up in green. My promo code to get $20 off on SeatGeek is OberSports. You use that code, you get $20 off on any single purchase you want on SeatGeek. With that being said, let's get to the video. What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here. Before I get into this video, I just want to say thank you for being so patient, waiting for me to get back from my trip. I know that I was gone for over a week and I didn't post for over a week, but I went out to Seattle with my family and it was a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of things along the way there as well. Out there I did even buy myself a Seattle Mariners hat. It's the old throwback logo. This is one of my favorite logos in all of sports. So I knew even beforehand that I needed to get something with that logo on it out there. But once again, thanks for being so understanding, guys, and thanks for being so patient. But let's get into the actual video content now. The NBA MVP is being announced on Monday, and there are 3 finalists: James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Paul George. But really, I think it's between 2 guys, and that's James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And who do I personally believe should be the MVP this year? Well, you take a look at the numbers. Yeah, James Harden has been phenomenal. He averaged, 36, 7, and 7 this year. Great player, especially offensively. But I look at both of these players, and I say, okay, which player do I think is more well-rounded overall? Which is the more overall better player of basketball on both ends of the court? To me, that's Giannis. And I also look at how valuable each one of them is to their team. Yeah, the Rockets probably aren't nearly as good without James Harden, but what are the Bucks without Giannis? Not really that great, I don't think. They're not. I mean, I'm not saying that they'd be a terrible team or anything, but I think they'd probably win 40, 45 games without Giannis. Without Harden, the Rockets, I mean, truth be told, they're both players that elevate their team to the next level. And I really think the Rockets and the Bucks were both championship caliber teams this year. But without Harden, the Rockets still have Chris Paul, they still have Clint Capella, they still have Eric Gordon. And I just feel like their team would be a little bit better off without Harden. I feel like they'd be able to get by better. Yeah, the Bucks still have Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, Brook Lopez, and whatever. But Giannis is really the guy that makes that all work as well as it does. And yes, the Bucks have looked good last season without Giannis on the court. But, I mean, just his presence on the court, just how dominating at the game he is, there's just nobody that really comes close to his actual value. Unless you're talking about, of course, Kawhi Leonard and the postseason that he had. The Raptors would have never gotten even close to the finals if they didn't have Kawhi Leonard. And personally, I think Kawhi Leonard is the best player in basketball at this point. But the MVP and best player in basketball have always kind of been separate titles to me. I mean, you certainly can be the best player in basketball and be the MVP. But if we're talking about, like, most value, and this is, by the way, this is a regular season award. Throughout the regular season, we saw that Giannis led his team to 60 wins. We saw that he posted some unreal statistics. What did he average? 27.7 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's like something that hasn't been done in years. I mean, just the overall makeup of this guy as a basketball player. There's just almost nobody that comes close. And, I mean, like I said, you can say Kawhi Leonard, you can say LeBron James, whatever, but, I mean, when you're looking at the regular season only, this is a regular season award, the MVP. It always has been. It always will be. Giannis led his team to 60 wins, the number 1 seed, and the Bucks were the most dominating team in the league. The Rockets, still a great team. Absolutely. James Harden's still a great player, but it just doesn't come close to the level that Giannis was on this year and the level that the Bucks were on in the regular season this year. So, ultimately, I got to give it to Giannis. I think he's the best. I think he is the MVP. I mean, I wouldn't say he's the best. I mean, there's a lot of guys who could challenge him for that title, of course, and Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James, of course. But, I mean, I just think that he, as a player, is the most valuable to any specific team because of the impact that he brings to the Bucks, the way he makes everything go the way it does. It's just, you can't really replicate that with any other player. And also, taking into account the whole basketball player, not just the offensive numbers of the offensive end. Yes, Harden posted more impressive offensive numbers, but Giannis defensively is maybe the best defensive player in the league, and he has a legitimate chance to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. It's probably going to be Gobert, but Giannis is definitely a close second. And honestly, I might honestly think that he actually is the best player in the league, but a lot of guys are just going with Gobert because it seems like, Gobert, he's always the Defensive Player of the Year, and we're already giving MVP to Giannis here. I did see the writers' votes, a few of the writers' votes before they came out, or before everything got underway a few months ago, and Giannis was absolutely the clear-cut favorite for the MVP. I can't really imagine that he's not going to win it. If he doesn't, I'd be thoroughly shocked. If he does, I'd be very, very happy for him, and I'm really hoping that he does win it because he is my favorite player, and he had quite the season this year, and really I think he deserves it with what he did, with what he accomplished, with where he led the Bucks to this year. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's just my thoughts on the NBA MVP award. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to be the MVP this year, and who do you think will take over as the best player in the NBA next year? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.